Hello everyone. Hope you're enjoying your quarantine day. I'm going to be painting another $99 original live. The other one's still available. I'm going to use similar colors to this, but I'm going to be inverting, and there's going to be a little bit less yellow and a little bit more of the other color. So first I'm going to start by drawing that wave. I'm going to adjust the location of the wave a little bit this time. And I'm going to start out without the pencil. This one will be a little bigger than the last one. So I've got the basic outline using my T-square. This time I'm going to make a left. Come in with some black paint. I'm going to fill that in. Switch to a smaller brush. While the wave is drying, I'm going to start on my sky. I'm going to gradient the sky this time with some browns and grays instead of the yellow. Grab another brush, 1 second. Start off with the brown at the top this time. Nice even strokes. Coming in with some, I'm going to blend that in a second, you'll see. There we are. Kind of a mix. Then I'm going to come in with a little bit of this, just as though the sun is peeking behind some low hazy clouds. See this in California sometimes. Again, blending this as well. Now I'm going to mirror this on the bottom. So I'm going to take the lighter color first. And since it's the water that's reflecting, I'll use a little less of that gray. I will not use any brown in the foreground. And there we have a little bit of the mirroring of the sky in the foreground. And if you're just joining us, I'm using the exact same color palette as this one, showing you how you can paint different moods with just the same few colors. And I can tell my black is still a little bit dry, So, excuse me, it's still a little bit wet, so I'm gonna dry this off. Sorry you have to hear about the old school hair dryer I have. Should be good enough. Now I'm gonna come in on the wave, and I think I'm gonna decide to use a little bit more brown as the base color of the wave. In this case, it's actually really not brown. It is bronze yellow, if you want to get fancy with it. Yeah, bronze yellow. All right, so then I'm going to start, just kind of follow that course of the wave. See the first layer, it's going to be on there thin. I'm going to do the same to the breaking part of the wave, just a thin. Actually, I got a little bit more paint on there that time. A little bit up there. Again, I'm doing everything left to right or right to left in here, other than the lip of the wave. So I want that nice, smooth feeling to going back and forth across the piece. Rinse that color off. I'm going to come in with this gray, mix it a little bit on the side over here. Because I still want the brown, but I want a little bit lighter tone. Excuse me, keep saying the wrong color. It's bronze yellow. It doesn't even look like a yellow to me, or it doesn't look like bronze, but whatever. When you make colors, you got to come up with fancy names, I suppose. All right, on here, I'm gonna come in and just go right down the center of the wave and a little bit higher than center. This is where the light from the sun behind would be coming through. So high center a little bit there. It'll make a little more of this color. It's always better to over-mix the amount you think you're gonna need, especially if you really care about matching the colors, because otherwise you're not gonna have enough of that color in the next match or mix that you make. It may not be a perfect match. And that's good for that part. Add a little bit more over here. You see, by layering the different colors, see if you can get a closer look to that, we can start showing a little bit of 3-dimension and depth. All right. Again, now I'll come back in with my, this is the Conair Ion Shine 1875 version. It has 3 temperature settings and a low and a high speed. Only the best. I'm going to use the that's good. Now, up in this other one, I have some actual yellow that I'm going to need to bring into this piece, especially if somebody wants to buy these as a set. So I'm going to grab that yellow, and I'm going to use that in the lip. That is called Hansa yellow. Not going to need a lot of it, just a little bit. I'm going to bring a little bit of this. This is Naples yellow. I don't memorize these colors, folks. All right. Now this is where you have to be a little bit more careful. I'm going to make a combination of these two first. And bring in a little bit of this bronze. I can borrow some from what I already have over here. So I just want it to be a little bit lighter than the rest of the wave right now. Oh yeah, look at that color. It's like an old Olympic gold medal. All right, so now I'm gonna follow along this lip line that I left blank. go. And then I'm going to bring a stripe of it right down the center like that. Now I'm working with 4 colors, the black, darker, lighter, and now I've brought in this gold yellow color. In fact, I like this color so much. What I'm going to do is I'm going to bring that as a line where the sun might be. Now don't you worry, I know some of you at home are saying, well, wait a minute, that's going to blend in with the lip of the wave. Well, that's partially correct, because it would do that in reality. Just going to lightly do a little bit here in the foreground. But I'm going to lighten that lip up even more in just a second. So don't you worry, you don't have to lower your Yelp review right now. So now I'm coming back with both of these. This time I'm not putting any of that bronze color in. Oh yeah, look at that. That's nice, huh? That's nice. And I'm going to come and go along that line. See how it's even lighter now? It's okay if I cut over some of that black because I'm going to come in at the end and draw some more shadow with my ink pen. And then again, similar as before, I'm going to take one swipe at it, kind of right down the middle. Oh yeah, how about that, huh? Yeah, you see that there? Now believe it or not, it's time to pull out hair dryer once more. Coe Parnell, I always start with black, and then I start with a darker tone of whatever color is going to be my main color. In this case, I used a darker tone of this bronze first, then I mixed in some of the gray, then I went to the yellow. It's kind of like using the reflection of the light to take care of that. All right, now my final highlights. Just using some of that Naples yellow. Just going right on the tips there. May not even be able to tell a difference, and that's okay. And then, yes, you guessed it. You guys are you're figuring this technique out. Then I'm going to start with another one right there in the middle. Threw down way too much paint on the palette for this small painting. Hope you enjoy the music. This is William Onyeabor. Mixes American funk with traditional African beats. This came out in the 70s. All right, so now to kind of finish it up, I've lost some of my shadow that I had originally painted on there, and now I need to bring that back. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to follow along right underneath the lip to create a little bit of shadow. Now, in reality, it wouldn't be black, but, you know, let's be honest right now. Nothing's very real. So you see here, I'm just following along. This is why you want to use the hairdryer. If this wasn't dry right now, see that? It's really giving some definition to the lip there. Then the paint would be smearing in the paint pen that I'm using. All right, so that's the first bit of shadowing. Now this next part I'm going to end up using my finger for. So I'm going to draw over it once again, and while it's still wet, I'm going to draw it in onto the wave face. So once again, I'm going right underneath here. I'm going to draw it in and blend it on the wave face. Same thing here a little bit. Just soften it up. There we go. That's nice. Oops, missed a little spot right here. Maybe right there, touch it up. Sort of finger painting, but not really. We all remember doing that as kids. Although some of you may still be kids that finger paint, I don't know. I have noticed a couple little spots I want to touch up just really quick before I call this one a wrap. Which means I'm going to need a tiny bit of gray. I'm going to blend that in there. The finger makes a really good blending device, believe it or not. Don't necessarily like that too much, so I'm going to say goodbye to that gray and bring back this bronze. There we go. That's a little better blend right there, I think. All right, so again, completes one of my little $99 originals. You can order either of these or both of these. They look good as a set. Notice they're not meant to go together, although you almost could, but they're not entirely designed to do that. They're meant to hang offset or individually by themselves. Also, $99 for this. Then I take $20 of that $99 and I go to the donut shop and drop a 20 in the donut shop, or at the local grocer, the farm stand, on the weekends, wherever I can to support my local community. So not only are you getting a killer painting for $99, but you're also contributing guaranteed $20 to my local community. And then I'll share the receipt. So check them out. Hung above and below, below and above, side by side. Again, they are not meant to be directly side by side, but, and that is my daily $99 deal. Thank you for joining in.